This video was sponsored by Ultimate Guard. But long before I was sponsored by them, they were always my #1 choice when it comes to sleeves or deck boxes. Pick up Ultimate Guard products at your local game store or order them on Amazon. Link down below. Welcome once again to Commander by Damon. Today's video is led by a commander that caught my eye from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I know everyone is looking forward to Assassin's Creed in Bloomborough, but I'm still not done with the spring set. So many legendaries from this set caught my eye, so I'm still working my way through them. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Akul the Unrepentant is a 4-mana 5/5 legendary Scorpion Dragon Rogue with flying and trample. We may sacrifice 3 other creatures. If we do, we may put a creature card from our hand onto the battlefield, but we may only do this once per turn and only as a sorcery. Okay, so we'll want big, smashy creatures as well as the fodder to ramp them out. This will not be an Aristocrats deck. Aristocrats decks rely on creatures like Zulaport Cutthroat to deal damage to our opponents. This is a sacrifice deck. The difference is subtle, but it will play into some card choices. Also, as I'm sure you saw from the thumbnail and title, this will be a budget deck. It was $100 at the time of recording, but Magic cards fluctuate in value. Anyway, in order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Dragon Skull Summit, Tainted Peak, Shadowblood Ridge, Sulphurous Springs, Blightstep Pathway, Foreboding Ruins, Temple of Malice, Drossforge Bridge, Rakdos Guildgate, Rakdos Cranarium, Bloodfell Caves, Akum Refuge, Tramway Station, Cinder Barrens, Urborg Volcano, Bajuka Bog, Scavenger Grounds, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, 8 Swamps, and 8 Mountains. Yes, there are a lot of tap lands in this list, which is fine. We're a budget list after all. I mean, honestly, Evolving Wilds puts a basic into play tapped anyway, so what does it matter? To ramp out, we're running Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Indulgence, Rakdos Signet, Charcoal Diamond, Fire Diamond, Felwar Stone, Pitiless Plunderer, Mahadi Emporium Master, Solemn Simulacrum, Wayfarer's Bauble, Descent into Avernus, and Chromatic Lantern all help us to stay ahead of the curve. I know Descent into Avernus isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I personally love this card. It really helps to close out games quickly. For card advantage, we've got Lagomos, Hand of Hatred, Victimize, Runescarred Demon, Vilis, Broker of Blood, Deadly Dispute, Big Score, Unexpected Windfall, Dread Return, Night's Whisper, and Read the Bones help us to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. It's a good mix of tutors, traditional card advantage, and graveyard recursion. For spot removal and interaction, we're running Abrade, Chaos Warp, Feed the Swarm, Bedevil, Terminate, Rakdos Charm, Bolt Bend, Infernal Grasp, Hero's Downfall, Dreadbore, Butcher of Malakir, and Swiftfoot Boots help to both protect ourselves and remove annoying permanents. I know that Butcher of Malakir is usually too expensive to run, but since our commander lets us cheat big creatures into play, he fits perfectly. To help clear the board, we're running Blasphemous Act, and Toxic Deluge. Toxic Deluge is one of the best board wipes in the game, and thanks to a host of recent reprints, it's finally cheap enough to put into a budget deck. For token generation, we've got Siege Gang Lieutenant, Hordling Outburst, Bladewing Deathless Tyrant, Grave Titan, Overseer of the Damned, Song of Totenaz, Krenko 10th Street Kingpin, Endrick Sar Master Breeder, Krenko Mob Boss, Dragon Fodder, Krenko's Command, and Chittering Witch. These serve as fodder creators to fuel our commander in order to slam big creatures, like Rakdos Patron of Chaos, It That Betrays, Sepulchral Primordial, Hoarding Broodlord, Razaketh the Foul-Blooded, Pathraiser of Ulamog, Phyrexian Triniform, the Balrog, Durin's Bane, Itali Primal Storm, Orca Siege Demon, the Balrog of Moria, Molten Primordial, and Rakdos Lord of Riots. Yes, I mostly went with demons. What else should you summon when you sacrifice your minions? Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lanes and 13 pieces of ramp, right on target. 10 pieces of card advantage, 12 pieces of interaction, 2 board wipes, 2 pieces of Graveyard Hate in Bojuka Bog and Rakdos Charm, 1 sudden I win card in Butcher of Malakir. Okay, so it's not really a sudden I win card, but think about it. If our commander is out, every turn we sacrifice 3 creatures, which means Butcher of Malakir forces our opponents to sacrifice 3 creatures as well. We can then put 12 +1/+1 counters on Orca Siege Demon, or 12 treasures with Mahadi Emporium Master at our end step. But what our deck is trying to do is cheat enormous game-ending creatures into play, and we want to do this every turn. But even if we're unable to, we've got plenty of shenanigans to keep the game going. Now, I could have made this deck a lot more powerful, but then it wouldn't be a budget build. Are you building an Akul the Unrepentant commander deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made, or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Midge, Alex, Alex, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Michael, Skinwalker, Sidewinder, Austin, William, Dan, Pye, Dead Segway, Turner, Triz, and Scott. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.